and he said, listen, I am jealous of Coco. I don't know how she does it, and you know, I keep practicing and I'm always rehearsing and I do so, but she is just so good, you know. Yes, he said that.
I'm always ratuing my lines.
No, but he said you do it with such ease.
अभी कोंकणों का समझाना नहीं पड़ेगा, वो तो समझती है.
Oh, that's
Sorry, थोड़ा late चल रहा है.
आज कुत्ते की वजह से प्रॉब्लम है, आज बच्चे की वजह से प्रॉब्लम. उनको क्या समझाना
थोड़ा
है?
रुकना पड़ेगा. I mean, all parts of my brain work, but I mean like when I'm actually if
On
I
set,
have
I think there's a little relief. ये tension.
ये इसका टेंशन है.
Till I think 7-8 years ago, women were not allowed to do makeup. Actually, and that changed.
True.
Sometimes difficult experiences or sometimes things which can be not the easiest thing. It's not like a chilled out
Yeah,
experience,
yeah.
no? That can have meaning much later. Especially on some days where the sequences are not so this thing. We even formed one now slightly defunct WhatsApp group just to solve puzzles. We don't see a lot of roles written for women in their 40s. At least now there are some.
Now it's changing.
Women taking decisions, they're at the highest levels in the studios now, not again.
Bollywood sounds very likely, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, again, I'm so sorry.
A vulture as a pet.
Yes.
But he does own a parrot.
Hi, I'm Rohan Sippy and I'm on Fever FM with Stuti.
Hi, I'm Konkona and I'm on Fever FM with Stuti.
Hi guys, welcome to Fever FM. ये है the Superwomania show. हम बिल्कुल chill कर रहे हैं with the Superwomania. Konkona Sen Sharma, who has now nicely settled in चौकड़ी मार के comfortably. So you know it's a
Indian
long
style.
day at promotions.
Thank you. No, I've not been well and thanks. I'm feeling very comfortable.
No, we are very glad. We are very glad. और चाहे शो का नाम Superwomania, I don't want you to feel left out at all. You're the green
be the
flag.
super part, na?
You're you're the green
He's a
flag.
great champion of Superwoman.
Exactly.
Yeah, hood.
रोहन सिप्पी जिनका in a way नाम ISI मार्क हो गया है. जिस प्रोजेक्ट के साथ जुड़ता है, we're like, okay, I think we must watch it. Latest अभी search the Naina murder case. So I will not ask कि last पन्ने पे क्या लिखा था, but did you, when you received the script, want to find out who, why, when first?
I knew firstly that it's based on the
You'd seen the
OG
original show.
Forbiddelson Danish show. And that was like, for me, that was the draw. Because like we were saying earlier, there are legions of fans of that show and of the detective Sarah Lund, who has spawned 100 female complex detective characters. So I was very excited and I knew, I had vaguely remembered the story, at least the different elements. Of course, it's been adapted to an Indian
to Indian
context.
taste,
But
yeah.
I had remembered all of those things. So I was very happy. I was so excited to have gotten this role.
So this is the pull we understand. Rohan, was there pressure? A very hugely popular show जिसको अब आप एक Indian aesthetic in that sense में adapt कर रहे हैं.
Luckily, I think जो मेरा role था, in a sense, had got nice shielding from the pressure because the decision जो था, Jio, Hotstar and Applause ने मिलके उनको confidence था. So in a sense, a lot of the credit and pressure was on them, because that's the big bet कि इसको adapt करना मुनासिब है, सही है, and which we'll find out, of course, after release. So I think in that sense, it was nice to have them shoulder that and मेरे कंधे पे था कि इसको अभी execute करना and of course try and enhance from the stage where I got involved कि थोड़ी बहुत writing के finishing stages पे little bit कोंकोना ने कुछ scripts पढ़े उसका भी थोड़ा feedback तो that then आपका focus almost एक artisan की तरह कि इसको कैसे सही बनाएंगे but वो जो बड़ा मुद्दा pressure का कि ये क्यों कर रहे हैं या करना चाहिए luckily that was not my individual pressure. Of course, you're responsible to help them make it succeed and you do your best for that. But ज़्यादातर I was able to enjoy the craft of directing, working with collaborators, Konkona, Surya, इतने सारे technicians and working towards that. तो and of course the confidence कि original show में एक ख्याल कि ये actually land करेगा and the confidence कि एक already एक success दुनिया भर प्रूव हो गया है तो there's a better chance कि आप you can also achieve a similar result or at least while you're making it have that confidence where we are not worried on a डाउट लेवल की
Does
बिग
the
पिक्चर
story
जो
work?
बिग पिक्चर या लेवल की
Yeah.
स्टोरी कहीं अजीब तो those things were
It's a tried and
yeah,
tested
it's,
thing.
it's,
Yeah.
and so then you can really
So in that sense, it worked in your.
yes I think in that sense I did not have the pressure part but the momentum of these positive things.
Yeah. You know, I want to know this. Kankana is also one of my favorite directors. Death in the Gunj is an
Thank
amazing
you. I love it when
film.
people say that. I haven't even directed
But why are you
anything.
surprised? I mean, that
I'm playing
was,
director.
you know, and uske baad bhi, abhi I think you're going to make your digital show debut. You're directing.
I hope so. Let's hope everything works out nicely.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But I want to understand as artists when you're collaborating. As a director, आसान होता है?
100%.
एक और
100%.
एक्टर जो डायरेक्शन समझ रहा है आपके लिए आसान है मुश्किल है
Yeah. No, what do you mean? I was anyway, you know, always a very cooperative and obedient actor. I've
No,
never
of
been somebody who, you
No,
know.
no, but
That's
not
not
only
what
defend, वो सवाल करें कि helpful है ना, I'm saying जरूर helpful है. To
लेकिन-
have experienced perspectives and directing से आप क्या सीखते हो? Patience.
Exactly.
ये सारी चीजें.
That's true.
तो ये सारी चीजें.
I've become even
बहुत-
more understanding.
अभी कोंकणों का समझाना नहीं पड़ेगा, वो तो समझती है.
oh, that's
Sorry, थोड़ा late चल रहा है.
आज कुत्ते की वजह से प्रॉब्लम है, आज बच्चे की वजह से प्रॉब्लम. उनको क्या
आज
समझाना?
थोड़ा
है?
रुकना पड़ेगा.
I was not expecting
घर की
this.
मुर्गी बता. वो क्या कंप्लेन करेगी?
I get this. I love this answer. But Kankana, honestly, you know, you tell me what is now. Have you found your calling? Like you said, I was listening to you where you said I never really intended to be an actor. You did, and you were damn good at it.
Thank you.
Direction again. We love you when you're behind the camera. एक बायस इन दोनों आर्ट फॉर्म्स के बीच में या कभी दिमाग चलता है कि ओके ही इज विजुअलाइज दिस सीन लाइक दिस बट आई वुड हैव लाइक डू यू शट दैट पार्ट ऑफ योर ब्रेन देन
You know,
टू
that
नॉट
part of my
एवर
brain doesn't work only most of the time. I mean, all parts of my brain work, but I mean, like when I'm actually if
On
I
set, I
have
think there's a little relief. ये tension.
ये इसका टेंशन है
आप लोग देख लो.
Very good. I'm glad.
Yeah. Thank God I'm not directing.
Thank God I'm an actor. मेरे को बस अपने
But
लाइव्स
that's
करने
true,
हैं.
you know. I do understand that, like as an actor, you do get actually much more downtime,
Yeah,
and you don't have to look at being a director. At least I've barely directed only very few things, and both have been very kind of crunched in terms of time and maybe even money. So So therefore. It's always been kind of a little during the directing thing. It's always been a little stressful, you know. So it's only in hindsight that it's meaningful. That happens in life
Yeah.
actually. Difficult
No, that is for
experiences.
directing is a big.
Yeah.
But even in a way, the feedback to your acting is coming months after you've done it.
Yeah.
No?
And that's
But-
a very good thing because it really helps in detachment.
Yeah.
You know, something that you have moved on from, in any case, I mean, then it reaches the audiences much later. So direction, sometimes difficult experiences or sometimes things which can be not the easiest thing. It's not like a chilled out
Yeah,
experience,
yeah.
no? That can have meaning much later. So in that sense, it's very fulfilling. Because you're creating something and you're creating it from scratch, literally. So that's great fun, and world building is the most fun thing. That like I love that, and especially with like your HODs, that world building, and with your actors and all, it's great fun to do. But I'm very relieved to be acting and let other people figure out that part. And honestly, my brain doesn't even work like that, because if I haven't actually written it and prepped it and planned
Correct,
it,
yeah.
it doesn't like fully occur to me. Like, I'm not in that space. Then I'm only looking at my character and stuff. And even more, what happens is that now even more I'm like, oh, I shouldn't suggest, I shouldn't say too much, I should not overstep my mark,
Yeah.
right? And then I see that no, other actors are saying. Even actors who are not directors
Also,
also
you've
saying.
become a little more
I've
conscious.
become a
of-
little extra
Yeah.
quiet.
Yeah. Will you agree? Was she quiet?
बिल्कुल, yeah, genuinely. मैं देखा दूसरे एक्टर को
We
देखा
were-
कोंकणा से वो सवाल नहीं करिए तुम लोग क्यों
We were only, let me tell you, on the side solving puzzles,
Yeah.
doing word games, and all kinds of other. It's very relaxed actually working with Rohan, because काम भी हो रहा है जल्दी से. It's a very comfortable and relaxed environment. And then बीच में, especially on some days where the sequences are not so this thing, we even formed one now slightly defunct WhatsApp group just to solve puzzles.
Wow, puzzles being solved at a Okay, not bad. We want to do something fun here.
Fun for who?
क्योंकि hopefully for the two of you as well. Lie detector हम इसको बोल रहे हैं क्योंकि अब बड़ा search about who's the killer. So
investigator.
okay, I'm going to say a few facts, or are they, about the two of you, and you have to tell me if that's
Oh,
true or
about
not.
each other.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so Kankana Sen Sharma has won 2 national awards.
He
It's
he
so
has to
funny.
answer.
He has
I get, and I know it because we've used it in two. She boasts to Kunal Roy Kapoor about her 2 national awards in a scene we did.
Not
That's why
bad.
we did a show, yeah.
Okay. So okay.
I don't know anything. I want to
Come
say.
on, you
yeah.
don't know you won 2 national
No,
awards.
No,
I'm
now
saying
but
I
me,
won't
she
know
was-
anything. I won't know anything.
Okay, Konkona played a negative character in a debut movie in 2001, Akje Ache Konna.
Yes.
No, but it is.
Oh, oops.
It was
Yes.
before
No,
Mr.
I'm looking at you. You're
I'm
the one.
saying yes,
Yes,
correct. You
yes,
said.
correct,
That
correct.
was my
Yeah,
first.
2 for 2.
Well done. Wow, I'm really going to fail spectacularly.
She co-owns a small independent bookstore in Kolkata.
Oh, I'm going to just guess no, but I guess I'm wrong.
You're right.
I'm
You're
right.
right.
That's a lot of effort, but I will coco.
बड़ा हमने सोचा कि
One more thing.
from your film library. Okay. Konkona has a bachelor's degree in political science.
Yes. No, it's not poli, it's in English. Huh?
But your first answer was
Yeah.
yes. So one thing to chalo is
हाँ,
wrong, no?
One is wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
अच्छा
It
अब
is
आप
English.
मेरी
Very,
बात.
it is English,
Literature.
but I'm very impressed that he thought for a moment it could be political science.
Okay. Rohan pursued his undergraduate degree at Stanford University.
Correct.
तो confident शुरुआत है.
ये इतना ही मुझे पता है बस.
Rohan Sippy worked at a cafe in New York after graduating.
Stanford is on the west coast. Falls?
I did.
Oh, you did.
Did you know that?
I know. Okay.
Shit. It's, yeah.
Okay, he's a meticulously curated collection of nearly 80 vintage records of Bollywood soundtracks.
Where? In his house?
Yeah, matlab he has, yeah. He's a
Just trying to
collector.
remember.
I'm still thinking like an ACB. Where?
Trying to get clues. Vintage collection of Bollywood sounds very likely. Yeah.
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 No,
Shit, I'm so sorry.
जैसे आपका bookstore बड़ा likely
I'm
लग रहा
so
था हमें.
sorry.
Okay, Rohan directed the Indian adaptation of the famous Western series Friends.
Falls.
Chal.
Not Friends.
Office. I did.
Office.
They made a
Perfect.
Hello
I
Friends.
thought
You
you'd
remember?
ask.
They
Oh,
made
I
a show.
didn't
It was
know.
on Z. 25
I thought-
episodes with Cyrus Brochan. It was an unofficial adaptation,
Oh.
but
Yeah.
you must see it. It's,
I-
it's, I mean, so cool. Maria and you
Oh,
know,
I didn't
yeah,
know,
yeah,
I
she was
didn't know.
Phoebe with the guitar.
I want to ask you one.
Be my friend.
Rohan Sippy and family owns a vulture as a pet.
Yes.
False. But he does own a parrot.
Yes. well, you went for yes, like
मुझे
what
लगा
is
पूछ रही है
Stuti
तो
think
हो
of
गई.
रोहन का बता.
देखो मतलब हम शोले स्केल में सोच रहे हैं कि ऐसे वैसे बर्ड नहीं
McKenna's
vulture
Thank
नहीं
God
gold
I
का
made
एक
it-
vulture.
Thank God I
old
made it
turkey.
vulture
Yeah.
and changed it from parrot very
Yeah.
cleverly.
Yeah,
Last
yeah,
minute.
Yeah, not bad. So on that note, मैं तो हार गई हूँ पर ये इन्होंने काफी अच्छा किया.
I think he
really,
won.
He
No,
won.
he did.
Yeah, actually both of you also did well.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Who was keeping the
Actors
score?
get grace marks. Don't worry.
You know, I'm reminded of this conversation I was having with Manoj Bajpayee for Jugnuma. And we were speaking about the actors that he feels are equally amazing. And he said, listen, I am jealous of Coco. I don't know how she does
Nice.
it. And, you know, I keep practicing and I'm always rehearsing and I do so. But she is just so good, you know. Yes, he said that.
I'm always rattoing my lines.
No, but he said you do it with such ease that he is, you know, you're
So
a huge
sweet,
fan.
very generous,
Tell me
very
about this
sweet.
character and just the process of creating a character. You spoke about how you don't judge the characters that you play, and it's been amazing that we are writing roles for women that people relate to. They're shades of grey. They're regular women who have their you know, ups and downs and their pulls. How much has there anything of Sanyukta that stayed with you? You know, they say कि हर किरदार का कुछ रह जाता है.
कुछ तो रह जाता ही होगा, and I believe some of it is even subliminal and subconsciously, you know, things do remain. Some layers of things do remain, which you don't even always know exactly what has remained, which experience is real and which is not, and what has remained and what is not. It's quite lovely and messy
Yeah,
and hard to
yeah.
tell in that moment. Maybe much later, I don't know. In any case, I always try to find like some kind of an in into the character by, one, to the look really helps me, because it's a departure from your normal self. And the other thing is that this character was already, it came to me fully formed in a way, like it's already so well written, so well performed. I had a great co-actor, I had a great director to help me, so all of that was pre-made, ready already. And what I do try to do is try to find like one point of connect, between Sanyukta and me. And I think many human beings, and especially women, will relate to like Sanyukta, because we really see her in a very complete way. We see her in her domestic sphere, we see her in her professional sphere,
And we also see her being pulled in different
these
directions,
directions that we
making
are all
the
being
choices.
pulled in,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
all the time. So she's, we're seeing her dealing with Jay, who can be, fun and annoying, the Surya's character. We see her being a great cop and having a certain insight and compassion and a gut instinct for her job, and which she's so good at. We see her struggle, with being a supportive wife or an understanding mother, and the parallels between her own daughter and the victim of this case, she also has her own mother, which wasn't there in the original, but I'm so glad that Rohan brought that in, because it gives a very complete picture. She's actually shifting. Her mom is there looking after her teenage daughter. There are
Judging her.
cartons, but judging her all the time. There are cartons, boxes that haven't been packed or unpacked. There are fights on the phone with her husband. Then the husband comes back. Like, it's a lot going on, and I think a lot of and we don't see a lot of roles written for women in their 40s. At least now there are some.
Now it's changing.
Now there are
Yeah.
some, and it's so nice to play your own age, and so that was very fulfilling.
I'm glad you say that, and in so many ways, this would have also mirrored your own struggle as a working mother, dealing with your mom guilt, wanting to give your all to your profession. You've been working for almost 2 decades now. Do you
Yeah.
see on ground actually things change for women? I mean, we know, we've heard people talk about how there are more women on set now. But, and I'd love for you to come in here with your perspective, because, when we speak about not seeing enough women characters or women we relate to on screen, I think it's also a great responsibility to be then, putting your trust in characters and stories where you're foregrounding their struggle.
Yeah, and I agree, and again, must give credit to Jio Hotstar and applause for having the conviction to
Yeah.
put these kind of stories out. And definitely in the 25, 30 years, obviously there's been an increase in opportunities. It's not ideal. The working conditions and all are challenging for women even now. But the other promising sign is you're seeing women taking decisions. They're at the highest levels in the studios now. Not again, it's not a 50-50
Not the numbers
thing.
that we'd like, but
But compared to where we were, where it was not
Yeah.
that at all
Yeah.
25 years ago, there is a change. If we extrapolate, then maybe that gets better. We don't know which
Yeah.
way it's going, but these are signs that, again, but we forget, see, they're women, but they're playing the role of an executive over there, so they still are accountable to the same Excel sheet or bottom line. So I don't know how quickly a change will happen, but I think we have to keep the conversation going and finally make these shows successful, so that will give the best impetus to bringing more resources to make these kind of stories, and so that we all have to take responsibility. We have to make it work. Now, yeah, it's great, but this also should not be restricted to a female audience or whatever, but there's a way to make it connect as
Yeah.
wide. Then we'll get maybe a little more chance the next time and build that way,
Kankana, you want to weigh in here?
I earlier was describing this as a current run rate and a required run rate. That we need to get there. We've made some small steps. Yes, there are certain women in power, some in positions of power, but like like you said, the numbers don't really equate at all. There are definitely more women on sets now than there were when I started. They're also restricted to certain fields. There are not as many female technicians, for example. It's much more acceptable or much more prevalent that we have, for example, women editors, or we have like women in costumes or
Art
production
direction,
design.
yeah,
And things like that. You know, till I think 7-8 years ago, women were not allowed to do makeup. Actually, and that changed. So it's great to keep talking so that we can keep changing. Until the numbers are 50-50, we've got to keep talking and pushing.
Yeah. But guys, thank you so much. We're really looking forward
Thank you.
to
Hope you
watching
enjoyed.
Yes.